Hello. I heard you are struggling with the new fishing mechanics. Well, I'm here to give you a little guide on everything you need to know, including trophy fishing, corrupt fishing, and magma fishing. Corrupt fishing kind of goes into magma fishing, but also it's like a combination of both. So you'll see. I'll have timestamps in every part of the video, and let's hop in. First thing, if you come into the Nether Isles and you want to do fishing here, I would really recommend starting with trophy fishing. You need to get yourself some trophy ranks in order to catch some of the more rare sea creatures, which is the Thunder, which requires Novice Trophy Fisher, and you want Lord Jabus, which requires Adept Trophy Fisher. Now, if you come to Aja, that is on top of the volcano over here, behind the iron door, he gives you every single of your fish, and where to find them as after you caught, of course, all of them, because it's gonna give you question marks at first. And in the trophy fishing rewards, here you can see all of the stats. It gives you all of the ranks of your fishing. Now, you don't really want to do trophy fishing over a depth trophy fisher. As soon as you get this rank, you just want to do magma fishing and don't bother with trophies because later on we get Kudra Pet, which gives a big boost to trophy fishing. And currently there's a bug that you can't really upgrade your magma fish collection rods into like Inferno and Hellfire rods because it deletes all of your enchantments, reforges, and stuff. So you don't have the gear that will be available to you later when you want to go for these higher ranks. So I would say don't bother. But for trophy fishing, it's I'm pretty sure it is a considered a rare catch. So you do want luck of the sea and you want lure, but you don't want angler because sea creatures make you unable to catch the fish. So when you're starting out, probably run combat gear. Don't eat the cake for sea creatures. Just have something that will help you kill the sea creatures that you have 20% chance of catching. And these are all the fish. Now, for the first tier of armor, it's really important to get this armor set as soon as possible. The Bronze Hunter armor makes it that you're unable to catch sea creatures, and it's huge. You can start using your Ammonite pet. You can start using your actual trophy fishing rod, which I will explain the attributes best for trophy fishing. But until that, let's go through all the fishes. Now, sulfur skitter, probably one of the more annoying ones. You need to be near a sulfur block. Now, you don't need to cast the hook near the sulfur block. You just need to be near it, and it's like a 10 block radius. You don't need to be like on top of it, just kind of near it. A very important note though, sea creatures next to sulfur blocks turn corrupt, which means they will have tripled HP and it's going to be a nightmare to kill them. And you probably want to get this either last or try to get all the other fishes before this one because you only need 15 of at least bronze fishes while you're trophy fishing for the first rank. Then we have Obfuscated 1, which is caught with Corrupt Bait. Now, I wouldn't recommend you fishing this with Corrupt Bait because we have Corrupt Fishing for that. And I will teach you guys how to do that in later parts of the video. But until that, let's move on to the second one. Steaming Hot Flounders, pretty easy. There are geysers in the volcano. Now, there's one geyser that spawns in different spots of the volcano. Currently, it's over here. It's a little bit annoying because most time it's not over sky, so you spend more time waiting for the fish, but you need to cast it like right on top. The bobber needs to be right on top of the geyser for you to catch the flounder. Pretty easy fish, honestly. Next we have the gusher. Now it says caught after volcano eruption, but I'm not sure. It seems that gushers are just caught like as soon as there's one volcano eruption in the lobby, that's it. You can catch gushers anytime. Which kind of makes sense, but kind of defeats the purpose that like if the lobby is pretty much like 5 days old, that's it. You can catch gushers every time, anywhere. Also, blobfish caught everywhere, pretty easy. Now obfuscated 2. This is a fish that uses obfuscated 1 as bait. So whenever you are trophy fishing, you don't want to fillet this fish. You want to keep these as bait. For example, I'm collecting these as bait, and when I'm gonna go trophy fish, use that to catch obfuscated too. Um, Slugfish, probably the most annoying one. Um, the easiest way I found to do this one is to fish over here, either over 8 blocks high, so you have a chance for the fly fish, or here have a flying fish and use corrupt bait, which reduces your fishing speed by 50%. It's pretty important. It's crafted with corrupt fragments, and one corrupt fragment and one magma fish gives you 16 of that bait. And you cast a rod, and with a flying fish, it usually the bobber lasts long enough, about 30 seconds, sometimes like 25, but around that time. Or you could use an ammonite pet, and you could just miss the first catch and not catch the fish, and the bobber will be there for 30 seconds. It's probably the most annoying fish in the game to catch. So if you get lucky with a diamond, bless your soul. Um, fish, it's got in the volcano, 8 blocks above. There was a spot that I showed. Usually, my favorite spot is over here, and you fish, catch the rod like over there because it gets exposed by the sky. Make sure you have the sky so you catch faster. Next fish is gonna be the obfuscated 3, which uses the obfuscated 2 as bait, which is caught by obfuscated 1 as bait, which is probably the most annoying thing. So you get these by corrupt fishing, which I'll show you later. You use that bait to catch this, and then you use this as bait to catch this. It's amazing. I know. Lava horse caught everywhere, pretty easy. Now, crewmate ray, which is the mana ray. I just renamed mana to crewmates because funny. I think you need 1.5k mana. I caught mine with like 1.8, but I'm pretty sure 1.5k is enough. If you have 1.5k mana, you can catch this fish. To get that, you can get the Ender Monocle Reforge on your accessory bag. You get a lot of intelligence. Ender Monocles is a rare drop from the Watchers in the end. So honestly, it took me like 15 minutes to get. Really easy, but there you go. You get 9 of those, you get your Reforge. Volcanic Stonefish, just caught in the volcano, pretty easy. Now, Vanille is pretty annoying. If you lost your starter rod, you can buy one over here for 10,000 coins. You need to have a completely clean starter rod, and you need to fish anywhere, and you can catch this fish. So, you probably want to do this when you just first start out. Don't enchant your rod and try to catch a vanilla straight away, and then you can put lure and caster and luck of the sea on this on your rod, and then continue trying to catch all the other fishes. For skeleton fish, you just need to fish in the burning desert, which is pretty self-explanatory. Moldfin, opposite side. Mystic Harsh, soulfish, fish above your spawn. There's like a bunch of lava lakes right on top of the stronghold. Now, karate fish is a funky one. It's extremely, extremely rare, and it's caught in a dojo. Now, this is probably the fish that people struggle with the most. A decent spot is over here that I found. I usually sit right there, and you cast rod over here, and you can catch the karate fish here. Getting the karate fish takes ages. It's super rare, so have fun getting that. And then we have the golden fish. Now, golden fish, whenever you're just casually fishing, it has a chance to spawn. Even if you're lava fishing or trophy fishing, it has a chance to spawn. And you just cast the rod on top of it, and it hooks the kind of like the floating head on the lava, and there's little particles coming out. And it says in chat if the fish was weakened. And if you fail, you just cast again and again and again until there's green particles, and then you fish it, and there you go. You got your golden fish. Decently rare, I guess. Not too bad, honestly. You should get at least one while you're trophy fishing on your way. These are all the fishes you wanna use, probably like Necron or any damage setup that you have. Fish with a completely vanilla fishing rod first off to get your vanilla fish, and then just go around different biomes trying to get the biome specific fish. Like go to the desert, then go to the marsh, go to the dojo. Once you catch all those, then you can probably go to the volcano, get the flounder, and then if you didn't get the skitter, you probably are gonna want to go for the corrupt fishes, right? So if you want to go for the corrupt fishes, first of all, corrupt fishing is how you get bait. Now, important note, if you want to get the obfuscated one, you will have to fish with the corrupt bait that you craft with a corrupt fragment and magma fish, and this will give you the obfuscated one, because just killing the sea creatures that are corrupt gives you the bait, but it doesn't actually give you the trophy fish because you didn't catch it, right? So once you get your bronze corrupt one, what you can do is you can get your best mage gear, or the best mage is the best for sea creatures, just to put it out there. Your best melee setup, put on your wither goggles, get your plasma flux and your totem of corruption out, which is, by the way, in sulfur collection 4 over here. Very easy to craft, pretty cheap recipe. And then when you catch a fish, it becomes corrupt. Now, corrupt fishes have a lot of HP, so you wanna, you know, it takes a while to kill, but if you catch one, it becomes corrupt. You ice spray it and then you kill it, right? And now, almost every fish gives you your obfuscated one, right? So you get a bunch of these, you get corrupt fragments, you get sulfur. It's kind of nice, and you do this for hours to get enough bait for your obfuscated 2 and 3 fishing. So yeah, have fun doing this. It's pretty fast, as you can see. Now this is corrupt fishing. Once you have finished your bronze hunter set, and you've done your corrupt fishing to get the bait, then you can start going for the silver in each fish. Now for the bronze is easy because you just need the 15. Now adept needs every fish, and that is very important. You do want to be able to do corrupt fishing for the bait, because you can try to kind of like RNG it, always fish with corrupt bait, and then see how much obfuscated one you'll catch, and then use that as to catch 2 and then 3. That's what I did at first, because I didn't know corrupt fishing exists, and I did get the silver, but it takes way longer. So there you go. That's pretty much trophy fishing and corrupt fishing in a nutshell. Now, once you've done your corrupt fishing and trophy fishing, you're able to catch thunder and jabas, right? Now, these are pretty important because they unlock the higher level fishing sets. Thunder is just a big sea guardian that needs fishing 38 to catch, and the novice trophy fisher, it drops these fragments, which you can use then to craft the thunder armor, and also the thunder necklace, which is pretty good. One of the better necklaces. It's the second best after molten. I would recommend getting it and putting strengthened, and yeah, it's a pretty good necklace. Then you get Jabus, which gives you corrupted, or sorry, Magma Lord fragments. Sadly, I don't have any of them right now because I use them on my equipment and my boots. But you can make this Magma Lord gauntlet, which is probably the best gauntlet in the game if you're fishing and just doing combat. If not, in the end for the Vanquisher set bonus, and if you're not using Mage for, because Mage usually want Gauntlet of Contagion. So if you're just doing melee stuff outside of fishing and outside of mage, use that gauntlet. It's really good. And then Jobus, you kind of want a huge party of fishers for it because it has 100 mil HP. The mechanics are really stupid. There's really no counterplay to this fireball ability. It just wipes the entire lobby. But usually you want 6 people that can catch Jabus in one lobby, sitting together, and they leech off each other's thunders and Jabus, because you can get the fragments sometimes from loot share. And usually how it goes, place down your plasma fox and you just fish in the entire lobby. Oh, I'm using this as bait, sadly. And this is your fishing pretty much. This is magma fishing. Now magma fishing is insane because it gives 1.3 million XP an hour right now. Make sure you use your ammonite on fishing rod casting and your squid pet on entering combat. I swapped my golden dragon and I'm helping other people kill their jobbers. But mage is super important for this. You only use mage because mage can one-shot every single sea creature. It gives you the experience, it gives you the drops, everything. You want necrotic, you want loving on your chest plate, and that's pretty much it. hopefully, hopefully the guide helps. Stop asking where to get thunder armor. It's a shard drop from thunder, and you use the shards to craft it. Stop asking. Before you start magma fishing, very important notice. If you own SBE, go into your menu, go to a thing called modify visual words. Make sure that's on. You go to edit, and then you add a setting that says replaces the word Taurus with the word. It makes your fishing experience that much better. Trust. It's important. Now, let's talk about shards or attributes, right? Every time you craft a, let's say a magma rod or anything that is related to the new Crimson Isle stuff, it gets 2 attributes, right? And now these attributes are very important because this is what makes either magma fishing or trophy fishing that much better. Now, maxing out an attribute, it goes up to level 10 and you need 512 of the same attribute. It's ridiculous. I think that making a rod for trophy hunting and fish sea creatures is a big waste, but you could have 2 rods, one for trophy hunting, one for sea creatures, but it's so many resources wasting. I just made one for both, right? But if you are trophy fishing, the best 2 attributes is trophy hunter and either fishing speed, which is seen over here on this rod, or you could use the fisherman attribute, which is seen over here, that has a chance to not consume bait, because for corrupt 1 or 2, it's gonna be saving you a lot of bait, right? Because you have to use those whale fishes as bait. Then, for regular fishing, you definitely want double hook. Double hook is amazing. And you want probably fishing speed. Fishing speed and double hook for regular fishing when it comes to magma. And trophy hunting with fishing speed or fisherman to save the bait is the best for both. And if you want to have, like I did, one of best of both worlds, get double hook with trophy hunter. That seems to be the best, as fishing speed doesn't really help if you're using an ammonite and on a whale pet. I didn't really notice any difference in fishing speed compared to the people who are using fish bait and have like fishing speed at like 6, which is like 12% extra fishing speed. Correct me if I'm wrong though. And to get the attributes higher, the way a lot of people ask how to get the attributes, right? So there are attribute shards that you can get from Kudra and you combine those. But for fishing rods, it's pretty cheap to craft magma rods. It costs 10 silver magma fish, which if I go over here, it costs you about 400k to craft a rod, and you get 2 attributes, and then you craft a bunch of these rods, and then you combine the attributes into the higher tiers. And to combine attributes, you slash attribute menu. I'm teaching you attributes, but this is kind of important for you to know. You put 2 things together, and it takes the attributes and it combines them. You can also find this NPC in the marsh, in the skeleton, but I don't even know where it is myself because I just use the menu. So hopefully this helps.